Alright, I am Justin. Thank you so much for watching. You are watching, I believe in the ECHOTAIL blade bait system. That's right, we call it a system. Why do I believe? Because our lures catch fish, period. So today, this is episode number 5, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the new product that we are bringing to the Chicago Musky Show starting in January, the third weekend in January 2019. Why am I thinking about that? Well, because a product arrived today in the mail, and it is a St. Croix travel rod. This is actually a baitcaster rod, and I'm really excited to use it. And I'll be able to use it even more because I'll be fishing more. Why? Because I'm going to pack it in my car, because that's what it's for. And that got me thinking about a new product that we will be releasing called the Funny Bone. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff jammed in there. That's not exactly how it's going to come, but I'm going to show you the bits and the pieces as to how we're packing these. And for those of you that are looking to have an upper edge to potentially fish more this upcoming season, we have a system that's going to allow you to do that. And what our system is if you are into any type of travel, I don't care if you're going to work, I don't care if you're going to go to the grocery store, I don't care if you are going to go on a vacation with a family trip. Let's face it, you don't have enough room in your car or motor vehicle to be able to pack all of your stuff all the time, because number one, it takes too much time, right? And number two, it takes too much space. So here at Vibrations Tackle, we have an awesome product line, and we're going to teach you how to use it to its maximum ability, and we're going to pack it so that you have that ability. Now, as mentioned, I'm still messing around with this on how this is actually going to be configured within the package, but here's the gist of it. I'm going to break this down for you, and what I put in here and why we put what we put in here. Now, Chicago Musky Show, if you looked at my last posting back in number 4, my video number 4, you can probably find it on the link in the comment section. But what I talked about was pike anglers, and a lot of times at the Chicago Musky shows, it's not only the pike anglers that should be attending these, but also those that are lake trout fishing, and specifically those that are actually going to be targeting fish in Canada. This is an awesome system for that. Those that are going to be kayak fishing, that's another dimension why our ECHOTAIL product line works so well, because you don't have a lot of storage in any other paddle sport, so we offer you an awesome package with a ton of options. Now, let's get started. Number one, the heartbeat of the whole Funny Bone is still the ECHOTAIL, but it's the way that we're rigging it, okay? So this can be utilized in 4 different ways, and we're going to walk through those. Number one, it can be jigged as a spoon. You can add hooks up to the top. You can also still jig it as a vertical blade bait that offers vibration, and it's going to have a different fall than the regular 2.5 ounce model. So with that being said, you're going to find hooks on the bottom, so you only have one hook on the back, right? Well, you're going to have your components, your spare components, and extra components, even saltwater components, to being able to have a hook on the nose like you normally would on one of our normal ECHOTAIL blade baits. So you have a blade bait with multiple hooks. You can also take and rig your hook up here if you want to use it as a jerk bait. You may not want to use it as a jerk bait. If you hook a hook up here, you're going to impede on the action. The advantage that this glide or jerk bait, however you want to look at it, number one, it's very easy. It cuts through the water. It casts through the wind long distances, and you can fish it very deep. And if you jerk it and give a little slack, it actually goes backwards. So it walks the dog, it goes backwards. We got an awesome testimonial that we're going to be sharing from a gentleman by the name of Jordan Bradley, who did awesome on just that technique up in Canada over this past season, and he smoked some giant pike doing it. So I will post that video when it appears in the future in this video, so you can find that one easily as well. Moving on. Now we have covered the spoon, we've covered the blade bait, and we're also going to include a interchangeable spinnerbait. This comes from a gentleman by the name of Joel, and Joel owns Dave's Legacy Guide Service on Lake Pewaukee. These are interchangeable. We're going to have different models. This is not the color that we're going to offer on the white model. We like chartreuse on white because it has a nice contrast. Now, moving on into the package. You've got skirt, right? You got mylar. See that white mylar? That's actually pretty rare on the white model. White is great for lake trout, so we're going to kind of keep this model white and silver. So you get extra tails. You got these cool little rubber skirts. In another video, we're going to teach you how to actually replace these. And in the package, we got one replacement tail because you have to be able to repeat patterns, right? If you're onto a fish, what happens if you rip your tail off? Well, you got two options. Either A, try to come up with a configuration, or B, replace it with one of ours, or C, maybe buy a couple extras to have on the road. We will have those available at the show too, and we always are going to put a mystery tail within the package, and this mystery tail just happens to be a glow 6-inch Magambo tail, which also, if you're into jigging lake trout, which any of you musky anglers heading up to Canada this year, by the way, that want to fish a clear body water, guess what? A lot of those muskies are not going to convert, or hard to convert during the daytime, high blue skies. What do? Take our ECHOTAIL, go out and jig some lake trout, and then when you come back from your vacation in the fall, guess what you're going to be able to do? Jig these next to your suckers, because I think that's what they're probably most commonly used for within the musky industry. Moving on, we've got the mystery tail. You never know what you're going to get, but it's a tail that you will probably find it at some point to put to use, and we invite anybody to show us how you're rigging our tail that we put in and teach us a lesson. That's how we learn as a company from our customers, our pro staff, our field testers. Lastly in the package, I think it's pretty obvious, you got to be able to mix and match different hooks. We got different size hooks, we've got components, we've got spinner baits, we even have the extra spare. One thing that always bothered me was not having a spare shrink wrap that was the correct size that you needed, because you caught a bunch of fish, right? You got to be able to repeat it, put the hook in the right spot so it operates the same, and that's why we're going to give you one of those. Just bring a lighter with you or some type of heat source. Be careful, don't light yourself on fire. Drop the item here. We got extra willow leaf blades. Where do you put a willow leaf blade? Well, a lot of times what we do is actually add, if you're going to be jigging it as a blade bait, you can jig it right like you can actually attach this through some different swivels and stuff that we're going to include into the actual package. As you see in here, we've got an extra barrel swivel, larger swivel. If you're jigging on rivers, you're going to want to use some type of swivel system so that you don't get a lot of you do not get a lot of twirling and twisting of the line. We've got some saltwater hooks in here because we have a lot of customers that may be traveling south. I think they call those the snowbirds, those retired folks that may be fishing saltwater. Throw these in saltwater. You're going to like your results. Here's an extra snap swivel. We have, like I said, various size willow leaf blades. Add a little extra flash where you think it needs it. And then also, this is more commonly, this is a paper, I think they call this a paper clip snap. This is very common in the saltwater world. And it's really neat because they're very interchangeable. You can do them quick, easy, and all you do is you take, for the freshwater guys that have never been exposed to these, all you do is you take and push it through, boom, and then you just tie your line up here. I think this one here is rated for about 80 pounds. So that covers that. Couple quick little tips. If you do want it to get more side-to-side action, I found that if you actually remove the split ring and just connect with your snap leader, for some reason it does get more action. Don't ask me why. It is what it is, but I've always known split rings to have a little more action with crankbaits, and a lot of us that have trolled kind of know that. So that's from our personal experience. You may choose to run a trailer hook, add some hooks, but just remember, any bigger size hooks, any more artillery that you're going to add to this, if you're going to try to use it as a glide bait, it will impede a little bit on the action. But once you see what it looks like in the water and learn how to work this lure and learn the lure, you are really going to like what you see, and so are the fish. So that is a little long-winded today. I am Justin. Please like, share, meet us in Chicago. We're going to have more kits. We're going to have pre-sealed orders on actual whole packages for those that are going to be going to Canada. Anybody that's in a business, we got a business package for you. We've got a bike package for those of you that like to bike. We've got an awesome spot here in the Madison area, right down where I grew up, with a bike path actually split in 2 lakes right between Madison and McFarland. We got so many cool things going on right now and opportunities to finally get our product line that we've been working on, or literally over the last 3 years, have never been seen before. So thank you so much. It wraps up 10 minutes. Like, share, subscribe, smash the bell, and thank you so much for watching. Look forward to shooting another video, number 6. Bye-bye.